Taratara, taku moana, ko pukeatu, taku maunga, ko moli Melhuish, toko lianga. And it's really great to meet you all. I asked John if I may address all of you because I've come to the conviction that Tapatahi is the area in which my efforts can best be directed. Essentially, I have worked on, so I work with our climate declaration, which has a 3-part declaring. You declare that you're going to stop the bad stuff, bring on the good stuff, and lobby to do it. Now, I've been trying to stop the bad stuff for 50 years, unsuccessfully in my specialty electricity. I have come to believe that it is straightforward, simple, and essential to bring on the good stuff to heal the planet. And I'm going to talk to you about how. And as far as lobbying is concerned, lobbying Parliament and even local authorities faces a terrible barrier. I believe the people who need to work to heal the planet are the younger generation, which is why I've gone to every single school strike for climate, because I reckon it's your age who will bring us forward in the face of coming disaster. I happen to believe that disaster is on the way, and that I have a particular technology that I believe can address disaster and turn it around at the local level. And I believe that increasingly, the local level is all we've got. So I specifically asked to come to work with Tapatahi because you people are the people who I believe can and must bring it forward. And my generation, our job is to teach and to show, to go through the literature to find the real solutions. And I'm going to talk about the real solution, which is surprising, becoming known now, but is still very little known in this country, and is only beginning to be spread throughout Europe and Japan, where it began. It is a technology discovered, pioneered, not really invented, by a Japanese botanist in the late 1970s, who looked at the shrine forests. Japanese love trees. You know, if you want to see people who love trees, the Japanese are those. And their shrines are all surrounded, each of them surrounded by native trees. Akira Miyawaki looked at those trees and saw how the whole assemblage seemed to work as a unit. When they had a tsunami, there was a shrine quite close to the sea. Everything else was wiped. The shrine forest was intact, barely touched. And he said, I think I can do this. His method is to take the area you're going to turn into a forest, dig it at least 1 meter deep, pile up the original soil or rubble, if it's just a parking lot or rubbish, doesn't matter what it is. Pile it up, take a combination of wood chip, straw, and hopefully, and some compost for nutrient, and some hard material like nut husks or something. Mix it in with a ditch digger. It really takes a ditch digger to use it. mix it all up, put it back, and plant 3 saplings per square meter. That's 6 times as many trees per area as standard restoration. Greater Wellington has a first 15 of trees which best survive in their restoration. We need 60 species if we can. Completely different type of forest. This forest is specifically designed to work in cities, and it has been shown time and time again. I can give you a link to look at the paper that I've just done a webinar on. You can look at the webinar, but I think the paper is more helpful. And what I've learned since doing my first poster on tiny forests is that they have a microbiology of everything from bacteria and fungi, which we all know lives in soils, to all the little protists, other one-celled animals, which few people know, rotifers themselves. And then the mites, the springtails, the insects, and all the different things right up to the birds that eat them all. And if you build a tiny forest as small as 100 square meters, or even down to about 30 square meters, the trees themselves, so long as there's at least 20 species, hopefully up to 60, they will attract, they pull out of the air the microbes and the things that the nearby forests will spread. And these tiny forests will indeed capture the microbes. Now, New Zealand is blessed with a vibrant indigenous forest, indigenous movement, which I believe will be ideal to work with and create tiny forests. I came to know the Wainuiomata Marae. Their chairman is Star Olsen, and it turns out the Wainuiomata Marae built the very first, kohanga reo. Yeah. New Zealand's first kohanga reo was at the Wainuiomata Marae. They are pioneers, and their way of operating is right outside the market economy. They work within the gift economy of nature, of which this is the most amazing manual for how to operate the gift economy of nature. And I put this in Star's hands. His offsider, John Kingy, looked at it, took maybe 2 minutes to look through it, gave it back. He said, "That's us. That's exactly what we do." So the Wainuiomata Marae, I picked on that marae would be a perfect place to put New Zealand's second tiny forest. The first one is already growing in Nelson. And that initiative has been stalled. I won't discuss it right now, the why and wherefore. But they are as strong about it as they ever were. It just won't happen tomorrow. And I want to see these things happen tomorrow. I'm working with Forest and Bird in their nursery, growing these plants, and in the Waiu Swamp, which is where we're planting a lot of the things we grow. I'll talk to you about the details, but I believe that the city is a better place to plant forests than the normal forest restoration. So I believe that Tapatahi is the ideal place to pursue this initiative, particularly with young people and with Maury. And that's why I asked to be able to come here. Thank you.
Come on.